I've decided I like this box and I'm going to remake it. Not quite yet because I haven't got the piece of wood or any wood that I can use to make this apart from building it up with glue ups, and I want to make it out of a piece of one piece of wood. No, not one piece of wood because the finials and things, but the body out of one piece of wood. Anyway, but I want to make it better than this because there are a few little issues. The first issue is, look, a couple of these don't quite have the bottom of the they reach the flat before they reach the bottom of the parabola, because I couldn't quite get deep enough with the skew into there at that depth. I'm on the limit. I'm just touching the tip of the box as I'm reaching the bottom of that inside of that corner. So I thought for the next one I want to be able to take that a little bit deeper, like curve it into the edge so that it takes that little lip out and finishes that parabola completely and gets a little more depth, which will be good. So I started looking at skews. Right, it needs is just that skew was made with this jig, which has got an angle of whatever, the 70 degree, so 20 degree skew angle on there, and what I need is a slightly steeper skew angle, like maybe 5 degrees more, and that'll get me down into that corner. So I start looking for a candidate skew that I hardly use, and then I found this, which was I had all along, which is a spear tip, which was a skewer I converted into a spear tip tool ages ago, and I forgot about that possibility of using this. But this would have been better, because this, when it's right down in that corner, I've got plenty of space to get quite deep down into there. So on the next one, definitely I'll be using that spear tip. What other things that I don't like? Oh, no, the reason is as well because I'd have liked to have started this higher up towards the corners of the cube, but then you've got the problem of you're going to hit that tip and you're going to hit that tip. Haven't got enough room. Going with the narrower tool would give you more room, and that will allow you to bring it up to a more height on the wings, which would mean that you don't have to go down as much, and that would give you a deeper bowl, a deeper box. So that's something I'll be bearing in mind on the next one. The other thing is I'd like that box part to be wider, but you're limited by what force and a bit you can get into there. See, it's got to go between the tips, so if I bring the tips even narrower, I can only get a smaller force and a bit in. But what I could do is put the force and a bit in like that, turn it inside that hollow, because it's been hollowed out, you know, undercut, and do that while it's mounted, obviously, and then mount it in the chuck and drill, and that'll allow me to take, that's my widest force and a bit, and that'll be a good size to hollow out to. So that's another thing. Yeah, got to do that. And the same thing with this inserted bit, that can be wider and be put in the same way. It can be wider than the tips. I've got about 2mm clearance between the tip and the next tip there, well, 2 on each side, but I could make that wider. That's an option. Whether or not aesthetically that's a good idea, I don't know. So that's it really. It's just about tool choice, that angle, the skew angle if you're doing it with a skew. I couldn't get it to go that thin with any other tool, because I was just getting vibration like mad with a bowl gouge or a scraper. Scraper was just mad vibration. So I finished that, finishing, just I put more effort into finishing on the next one as well. Okay, so I won't be coming on to that soon because I've got 3 other projects on the go that I really need to get finished, and I also need to end up buying some wood for this. I'm thinking a nice piece of yew, maybe whatever I can find that's the right price and will look good. Okay, thanks.